Picture this. You head out for a quick errand, a night with friends, or a scenic drive through the mountains, and then you vanish. No clues, no answers, just a void where a vibrant life once stood. Today, we're diving into 8 haunting, unsolved disappearances that will send shivers down your spine and leave you questioning everything. From a journalist's mysterious fate in a bustling airport to a boy lost in a fiery crash, these stories are as perplexing as they are chilling. Buckle up, because we're unraveling some of the strangest mysteries out there. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and let's get started. Case 1. In October 2015, 50-year-old Jackie Sutton, a former BBC journalist and passionate advocate for war zone reporters, landed at Istanbul's Ataturk Airport en route to Erbil, Iraq, where she led the Institute for War and Peace Reporting. Known for her unshakable spirit, Jackie was no stranger to danger, having worked in conflict zones across the globe. But that night, her journey took a tragic turn. After missing her 12:15 a.m. connecting flight, CCTV footage captured her calmly approaching the ticket counter, only to break down moments later, claiming she couldn't afford a new ticket. Minutes after, she entered a bathroom and never emerged alive. 2 Russian women, seen fleeing the bathroom in a panic, told police they found Jackie unresponsive in a stall, an apparent self-exit. But the story unravels quickly. Friends insisted Jackie's resilience made ending her time on this earth over a missed flight unthinkable. Curiously, police found 2,300 euros in her bag, more than enough for a new ticket. Jackie had recently taken over her role after her predecessor, Ammar al-Shabander, was killed in a car explosion, and she'd confided fears of being targeted by the Islamic State. The Turkish authorities closed the case as a self-exit within hours, relying on limited CCTV and no autopsy, sparking outrage among her colleagues. A 2015 report by The Guardian noted inconsistencies, like the lack of forensic evidence and the suspiciously swift investigation. Posts on X have speculated about espionage, given Jackie's high-profile work, with some suggesting a staged death to silence her advocacy. Was Jackie's death a tragic impulse, or was it orchestrated to look that way? Could her fears of being targeted have been more than paranoia? The mystery lingers, with no clear answers in Istanbul's shadows. What do you think? Accident or something far darker? Let me know in the comments. Case 2. Philip Sitt and the Toronto Vanishing Trio, 2005-2006. In September 2005, 17-year-old Philip Sitt, a Toronto teen, vanished without a trace. Nearly a year later, on August 9, 2006, his body was discovered in a wooded area of York Region, his murder unsolved to this day. But the story takes a bizarre twist. Just 5 days after Philip's body was found, before the discovery was even publicized, 3 of his friends, Eve Ho, 16, Jackie Lee, 17, and Kevin Lim, 17, disappeared on the same day, August 14, 2006. Eve was last seen heading to meet a friend at Toronto's Eaton Centre but never arrived. Jackie called his mother from his workplace at a bubble tea shop, then vanished. Kevin told his grandmother he was stepping out to grab a drink from a nearby store and was never seen again. The timing is chilling. Philip's murder wasn't reported publicly until August 25th, meaning the trio vanished before any news broke. Were they connected to his death? Did they stumble upon something dangerous? Police have ruled them out as suspects, but no solid leads have emerged. A 2016 Toronto Star article detailed how investigators explored gang connections, as Philip was reportedly involved with a local gang, but nothing concrete tied the trio to his murder. Posts on X have floated theories of a revenge killing or a witness elimination, while others suggest the friends may have fled to avoid a similar fate. The York Regional Police have kept the case active, with a 2019 appeal for information yielding no breakthroughs. The families of Eve, Jackie, and Kevin still hold vigils, hoping for closure. What links these four teens? Was it a coincidence, or does a darker truth bind their fates? Drop your theories below, and let's keep this mystery alive. On July 16, 2010, 19-year-old Iwona Wieczorek, a lively high school graduate from Gdansk, Poland, was ready to embrace a summer of freedom. That night, she hit a popular club in Sopot with friends, but an argument sent her storming out, barefoot and alone, onto the seaside promenade. Around 4 a.m., CCTV footage captured her walking the 4-mile route toward home, her phone battery dying as she texted her friend Adria, saying she'd head to Adria's house instead. Iwona never arrived. Her stepfather overheard her final call to Adria, placing her just minutes from home. A man in a plaid shirt was seen trailing her on CCTV, but police cleared him after questioning. Despite Poland's largest missing person search, $1 million zloty reward, and over 100 interviews, no trace of Iwona has been found. A 2020 Notes from Poland article revealed that investigators explored human trafficking and organized crime, given Sopot's bustling nightlife, but no evidence surfaced. Posts on X have pointed to a mysterious figure nicknamed Towel Man, seen on CCTV carrying a towel near the promenade, though he was never identified. Iwona's mother, Iwona Wieczorek Kinda, has since become an advocate for missing persons, launching a foundation in her daughter's name. Did Iwona fall victim to a predator on that quiet promenade, or does the argument with her friends hold a hidden clue? The Polish coast keeps her secrets, but her story begs for answers. Share your thoughts in the comments. Case 4. Juan Pedro Martinez, the Somosierra Enigma, June 1986. On June 25, 1986, a Volvo truck carrying sulfuric acid roared through Spain's Somosierra mountain pass. Behind the wheel was Andres Martinez, joined by his wife Carmen and their 10-year-old son, Juan Pedro. Their family trip turned catastrophic when the truck, speeding at nearly 87 miles per hour, forced another vehicle off the road before colliding head-on with an oncoming truck. The Volvo flipped, spilling acid across the wreckage. Rescue workers found Andres and Carmen's bodies, tragically damaged by the acid. But Juan Pedro? He was gone. Child-oriented cassettes and clothes were found in the truck's cabin, but no sign of the boy. Some speculated the acid dissolved his body, but chemists dismissed this, stating sulfuric acid couldn't erase all traces, hair, nails, or teeth, in mere hours. Witnesses reported a white Nissan van at the scene, with a man and a blonde woman claiming to be a nurse, tending to the wreckage before speeding off. Two shepherds later claimed a similar van retrieved a package from the crash site. The truck's tachometer revealed 12 unexplained stops during the journey, fueling theories of drug trafficking or a staged accident. A 2019 El País article noted that Spanish police investigated a possible kidnapping linked to organized crime, as the truck's cargo was valuable on the black market. X posts have speculated about human trafficking or even a secret adoption, but the mysterious van and its occupants were never traced. Was Juan Pedro taken from the wreckage, or did something else happen in those mountains? This remains Spain's most perplexing cold case. What's your take? Let me know below. Case 5. Robert Hourihan, the electrician who vanished, April 2011. On April 8, 2011, 33-year-old Robert Hourihan, a dedicated electrician from Palmyra, Virginia, left home at 6 a.m. in his work uniform, driving his white Chevy Cavalier license plate, Tara May. The catch? He wasn't scheduled to work that day. 2 hours later, a co-worker of his wife, Tara, spotted his car heading north on SR 53, far from his usual route. Tara called him, but reached only voicemail. An anomaly for Robert, who always kept her in the loop. By 8 a.m., co-workers saw him eating breakfast at a Palmyra grocery store, the last confirmed sighting. 7 weeks later, his car was found abandoned in a Target parking lot in La Plata, Maryland, 90 miles away, with his expensive tools still inside. Robert was set to meet someone in Palmyra that morning, but never showed. Diagnosed with a heart condition requiring daily medication, he'd missed his dose, and his doctor warned he couldn't survive long without it. A 2011 NBC 29 report noted police found no signs of foul play, but Tara insisted Robert wouldn't abandon his family. Ex-posts have speculated about a secret meeting gone wrong or a voluntary disappearance, though his heart condition makes the latter unlikely. His prescription, wallet, and phone were never found. Did Robert walk away from his life, or did someone ensure he'd never return? Share your theories in the comments, and let's dig deeper. Case 6. Craig Freer, the soccer star's silent exit, June 2004. On June 27, 2004, 17-year-old Craig Freer, a beloved soccer star from Scotia, New York, vanished after a troubling day. His mother, Veronica, discovered he'd been fired from his job at Price Chopper weeks earlier, but had been pretending to go to work. After a tense phone call, Craig promised to come home to talk, but instead visited his girlfriend at the Cambridge Manor apartments. Around 2 p.m., 2 middle school boys saw him walking along nearby railroad tracks, gesturing "shh" before slipping into the woods toward his family's home, a 10-minute walk he never completed. Craig left behind his car, phone, and wallet, carrying only his keys and about $40. Despite over 500 interviews, searches of the Mohawk River, and a 2021 tip about a possible sighting in a car on Route 50, no trace has been found. A 2020 Times Union article highlighted that police ruled out suicide or a runaway scenario, as Craig had no mental health issues or known enemies. Ex-posts have theorized he may have encountered someone in the woods or avoided his father, who was at the apartment complex that day. His family continues to honor him through events like the Ride for Missing Children, keeping his case alive. What happened in those woods? Was Craig silencing a secret, or did danger find him? Drop your thoughts below. On May 11, 2011, 6-year-old Timothy Pitson, a bright and bubbly boy from Aurora, Illinois, was dropped off at Greenman Elementary School by his father, Jim. Just 45 minutes later, his mother, Amy Fry Pitson, pulled him out, citing a vague family emergency. What followed was a 3-day road trip across Illinois and Wisconsin, with stops at the Brookfield Zoo and water parks like Key Lime Cove and Kalahari Resort. Surveillance footage showed Timothy, clutching his Spider-Man backpack, smiling and carefree. But on May 13th, the story darkened. That evening, Amy was seen alone at a Family Dollar in Winnebago, Illinois, buying a pen, paper, and envelopes. At 11:15 p.m., she checked into the Rockford Inn, where she later took her life with an overdose and wrist injuries. Her body was found on May 14th, alongside a haunting note. Timothy was safe with people who would care for him, but you'll never find him. His backpack and toys were gone, and traces of his blood in Amy's SUV were later attributed to a nosebleed. Amy's phone, found in 2013 on Route 78, offered no clues. A 2023 People article noted Amy's history of depression and fear of losing custody, leading some to believe she orchestrated a secret handover, possibly to a rural community or a Mormon commune, as family members speculated. Ex-posts have debated whether Timothy, who would be in his 20s today, is still alive or met a tragic fate. Is Timothy out there, living a new life, or is the truth far grimmer? Share your theories below. Case 8. Kaylin Louder, The Rainstorm Riddle, September 2014. On September 27, 2014, 30-year-old Kaylin Louder, a compassionate social worker from Murray, Utah, planned a quiet weekend updating her resume after losing her job. That afternoon, surveillance video captured her walking her beloved pug, Phyllis, around her condo complex. But hours later, the same cameras recorded a chilling scene. Kaylin, barefoot and without her phone, keys, or dog, sprinting out of her home into a rainstorm, never to be seen alive again. The night before, Kaylin made a frantic 911 call, claiming a violent fight involving weapons was unfolding at her condo's clubhouse. Police found only a peaceful wedding reception. An hour later, she called 911 again, but hung up abruptly, and her roommate noted she seemed confused and paranoid, struggling to recall her address. The next morning, she dialed 911 once more, insisting she heard 2 intruders in her deadbolted condo, yet no one was there. 9 weeks later, on December 1st, her body was found partially submerged in the Jordan River, 5 miles away, identified by dental records. The autopsy was inconclusive, showing no drugs or trauma. A 2015 Deseret News report highlighted Kaylin's history of anxiety, but her cousin, Amy Fugel, insists it wasn't an accident, pointing to her erratic behavior and fear. Ex-posts have speculated about undiagnosed mental health issues or a targeted attack exploiting her vulnerability. What drove Kaylin into that storm? Was it a tragic breakdown, or did someone lurk in the shadows? Let me know your thoughts. These 8 mysteries remind us how fragile our grasp on reality can be. One moment, you're living your life, and the next, you're a question mark in history. Are these vanishings accidents, foul play, or something beyond our comprehension? Drop your theories in the comments and tell me which case haunts you the most. If you want more spine-chilling stories, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay in the loop. Until next time, stay curious and watch your step.